Today, I'm back at a popular riding spot, Moody's in Gorham. I did a video here last year, but today we're going to take a look at some of the trails I didn't show last time. This time I decided to park at the high school rather than the middle school just to see what it was like getting into the trails that way. I'm not sure there's much point to doing that, but you do get to ride a couple of nice shared use trails before getting into the real single track. From that direction, the single track really starts with a trail called MB Wee. It's twisty, flowy, and pretty tight, which is actually true of a lot of the trails out here. As you can probably hear, it's also right next to the highway, but that doesn't make it any less fun to ride. And it is mostly downhill too, although it's not super fast or anything like that. If it's fast you want, you need to head under the bridge and then seek out a trail called
Shakedown Street.
This one has kind of a techie little intro section that freaked me out a little bit last year, so I wanted to roll in and take a look at it first.
That's not bad at all. I can definitely do that. Ooh. Yep. Well, tried to at least do my braking before the berm there. Still don't have the courage to just all out smash that. I wish I did.
I'm just going to show all of this trail because it's not super long and it's really fun. You'll hear me pedaling a little bit, but it's mostly downhill and there are lots of little rollers and trail bumps that you can pump to keep your speed up, although they probably won't be very obvious in the video since GoPros make everything look flat.
Ooh. Nothing like the old loose stick on the trail.
After Shakedown, I started thinking about the Murphy drop. I rolled up to it and passed it a few times, but after chatting with a local rider named Rob, I decided to wait until I can find someone to tow me in on this one. And also maybe wait until it's been more than 1 day since my most recent crash. This video was filmed the same weekend as the Bradbury crash that I posted on this channel last week. Anyway, after bailing on the drop, I decided to try Murphy itself. The last time I was here, I didn't even realize that this was an actual trail, but it is, and it's pretty cool. It's basically bench cut into what is sometimes a fairly steep hillside, to the point that it actually feels a little exposed at times, although that probably doesn't come across in the video.
Oh my goodness, that is narrow.
Of course I rode some other trails too, but I'd seen them before. What I hadn't seen before was the pump track. I only had time for a couple laps, and what I can show is limited because I don't want anyone's face in a video without their permission. But it was really fun. In fact, it got me wondering whether it'd be possible for me to build something a little bit like this in my yard. Anyway, I don't know if that's possible. That's all for this ride. But I do want to say it's been really cool running into people on these trails and elsewhere too who recognize my voice or sometimes my gloves from these videos. Unfortunately, my full face helmet seems to really impact my hearing, so if I seemed weird, yeah, I blame it on that. But I'm really looking forward to actually riding with some of you this year. I hope you get a chance to get outside and ride, and I'll see you next week.
It is pizza night, and I am hungry, so that's a great combo.